Welcome. I'm Dr. Sam Robson from Temple Clinic. Today I want to talk to you about something that I see every single day in clinic, and this is something that so many people get wrong. Weight loss is not a willpower problem, it's a biology problem. And once you understand that properly, it changes everything, because instead of fighting your body, you can start working with it. So let's break that down. Your body is not designed to help you lose weight. It's designed to keep you alive. And to do that, it has 4 very powerful priorities. It stores energy, it protects that stored energy, it increases hunger when fuel drops, and it slows down energy use when intake falls. So the moment you start eating less, your body doesn't say, "Well done." It says, "We might be in trouble here," and it responds accordingly. Hunger goes up, energy use goes down. That's not failure. That's survival biology doing exactly what it's meant to do. And this is where things start to feel difficult, because hunger is not just a feeling, it's a biological drive, whereas willpower is temporary. It works when you're fresh, motivated, and everything is going well. But add in stress, tiredness, emotion, and that door opens. And once it opens, biology takes over. This is why people say things like, "I was doing really well and then I just lost it." They didn't lose it. Biology stepped in. Now let's talk about metabolism, because it's often misunderstood. Metabolism is simply how your body turns food into usable energy. And that energy isn't just for exercise, it powers everything. Your heart beating, your brain working, your breathing, your temperature regulation, even repairing your cells. And importantly, this is happening all the time. Even when you're sitting still, even when you're asleep, your body is constantly using energy just to keep you alive. Your metabolic rate is how much energy your body uses over a 24-hour period. And I often describe it like running a house. There are things that are always on: the heating, the fridge, the background systems. That's your baseline energy use. Now, some people have a bigger house than others, and one of the biggest drivers of that is muscle, because muscle is metabolically active. The more muscle you have, the more energy your body naturally uses. But there's something else that happens, particularly if you've dieted more than once. And this is something I see all the time in clinic. People come in feeling frustrated because they've tried multiple diets, and each time it seems to get harder. Now there's a reason for that. Repeated dieting changes how your body responds. Over time, your body becomes more efficient. It learns to use less fuel. You start to feel more tired, and even your natural spontaneous movements, things like walking, fidgeting, and general activity, start to reduce. All of that lowers your overall energy use. So even if you're eating the same as before, your body is now burning less, and that makes weight gain more likely. But this is the key point. This is not your body working against you. It's your body trying to protect you. It doesn't know you're trying to lose weight for health or confidence. It thinks there's a potential shortage of food, and it adapts to keep you alive. So instead of asking, "Why does this keep happening to me?" the better question is, "How do I work with this biology rather than fighting it?" And that's exactly what we're going to come on to next, because one of the biggest drivers of that drop in energy use is the loss of muscle. Muscle is your engine, and this is where things become really important. In fact, muscle is your metabolic engine. It uses energy even at rest. So when you lose muscle, your engine effectively gets smaller, and that has consequences. Your metabolic rate drops, and that means your daily fuel needs drop, and your risk of regaining weight goes up, because now your body needs less food than it did before. This explains something that frustrates so many people. You diet, you lose weight, often including muscle. Your body now runs on less fuel, and then you go back to eating normally. But that normal is now too much for your smaller engine. So the excess gets stored and weight comes back. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because the system has changed. Smaller engine, same fuel, equals storage. So the goal is not just weight loss, it's protecting the engine while you lose weight. If you maintain muscle, you maintain a higher metabolic rate. You use more energy, you tolerate more food, and maintenance of this weight becomes easier. So this is where exercise, particularly resistance training, comes in. It's not a punishment, but it's protection. You're not just burning calories, you are preserving your engine. Now let's talk about the type of fat that really matters for health. This is visceral fat, and this is the name for the fat that's stored around your internal organs. You can't always see it, but it has a significant impact on your health. It's strongly linked to type 2 diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and chronic inflammation. So when we talk about weight loss being done properly, we're not just talking about the number on the scales. We're talking about reducing this internal harmful fat because that's where the real health benefits come from. So if we bring this all together, you can see that there's one key lever that drives success: appetite. Because if hunger stays high, nothing sticks. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you're constantly fighting hunger, it won't last. So effective weight loss requires 3 things: appetite control, muscle protection, and consistency over time. Not extremes, not willpower battles, but a system that actually works with your biology. So the natural next question is, how do we reduce hunger safely and sustainably? Because that's the piece most people are missing. And that's exactly what I'll cover in the next webinar. I will take you through Temple's award-winning programs and show you how we apply this science in a practical, structured way. So if this has resonated with you, then please watch the next webinar, which explains how we can help you lose weight and keep it off.